Okay, folks, I am back down here where I was a couple of weeks ago and checking on the fiddleheads, and they're just starting right now. Just starting. Now, I've also found stinging nettle, right? Stinging nettle, we all know what that is. All through here. All through here. But the fiddleheads that are popping up are buried in last year's growth. But I can probably get enough to go with. Shay was kind enough to bring me down some hamburger. She went to the meat store today, and I just got into the stinging nettle, and it's true to its name, folks. It stings and it burns. So I have found some trout lily, not at the stage where I want them, and I've also found stinging nettle, obviously. That does sting. And fiddleheads. Now, I did go buy a log that had turkey tail mushroom, and I will be grabbing some of those as well. Okay, folks, I am down just a little bit further down the stream, and I found some old remnants of cattails. I didn't think the cattails were up, but I saw one right here. That's a cattail. Every bit of the cattail is edible, and it's not yet ready to harvest. But what you want is that right there. See that white part? You take the outer leaves off, and basically what you are eating is the pith of the stalk. Now, you can eat that raw, but it tends to be a little slimy. But it is edible raw. It does taste good raw. Or you can steam them, and they taste just like cucumber, folks. Just like cucumber. So I am going to take this, and I will cook that up with moose track. All kinds of deer and raccoon, moose tracks everywhere down here. But that's the only one that I saw. So I will take that, since I dug it up. I will take that. I do not waste anything. And I will cook that up with my burger and my handful of fiddleheads, because that looks like all I am getting. It is slippery. I didn't even bother bringing a fishing pole today, folks. I didn't even bother. Didn't even bother. All kinds of wildlife tracks. Now, I know there's no sense in going that side of the stream, because it's all high ground. There's no fiddleheads up there. If there's going to be any fiddleheads, it will be on the other side of the stream, more so than here. And I was searching for anything edible. Anything edible. So I have found fiddleheads. I found purple violets. I found cattail. I found stinging nettle. And I walked by some turkey tail feather mushrooms. Turkey tail feather. Turkey tail mushrooms, which is very medicinal, right? Now, stinging nettle is just what it says right there. That plant. Now, that plant will get a whole lot taller. This is just a young one, and that's really good for tea, right? The barbs don't get you when they're cooked. Now, right here, let me show you. Now, this is beyond what I would like to eat it. This is the trout lily. And if I can find one that's not completely unfurled, and they're all unfurled, but a young trout lily, when it's just unfurling, that's when you want the corm, because that's when it's the sweetest. It's definitely when it's the sweetest. But it's still edible. It's just not going to have much flavor. But on this side, I could definitely find what I wanted to eat if I needed to. Yep, definitely. Now this here is not edible. There's some fiddleheads right there. Some more right there. I can get a handful. Where am I? Oh, let me take this one. Right next to the stinging nettle. That right there is a wild cucumber. There's nothing edible about that. They're kind of fun to throw at people. And the Indians used to take the cucumber itself. It's hollow, about like an achucha, only round. And they used to take the seeds and make necklaces out of them as jewelry. So I was wise and sprayed myself with fly dope before I came down. So I'm all right there, but I'm not gonna lollygag here too much. Okay, here's the log with turkey tail mushroom. The log is basically covered with them, but we don't harvest any more than what we need. We don't. So I'm just going to take enough for 3 or 4 cups of tea, and that is it. There's a nice bear track right there. Now, I was wondering why I wasn't finding any more hopness. Now I know, because hopness is a tuber, right? And bear follow the stream early in the spring looking for something to eat. And tubers were exposed by the ice and the spring runoff. So it looks like when the bear came through, it cleaned up remember all the tubers the last time I was here? They were just laying everywhere. Looks like the bear cleaned them right up. That's all right. I've got plenty to eat. The bear are hungry this time of year, so that's all right. That's all right. So these here, folks, those ferns right there, those are not fiddleheads. They are not. There's all kinds of them. Now, fiddleheads like to grow where it's damp and moist with quick runoff. These here are not fiddleheads. They're high up on the bank. And these tend to come out just ahead of the fiddleheads. So when you see these come out, ones with a little fur on them, that means the fiddleheads are trying to poke their way through for us to eat. So I got my turkey tail feathers. I got some stinging nettle. Stinging nettle got me a few times. And I didn't find any trout lily that were at the stage that I like them. I think I may have missed them. I think they may have gone by me. So, and then we got a cattail shoot. Now I know over there on the other side of the stream there's a whole lot more fiddleheads than on this side. But I know of a gentleman that really cannot walk too far. and there's a tote road that goes all the way down through to the patch of fiddleheads. So I'm not going to disturb his little private picking. I am not going to do that, so I am staying on this side of the stream. Alright, I hope you're enjoying this beautiful stream. I didn't bring my fish pole. Maybe I should have, but I didn't. So, thanks for watching, folks.